The Tokaimura radiation leak accident was a serious nuclear criticality accident that occurred at the JCO nuclear fuel processing facility in Tokaimura, Ibaraki Prefecture, Japan, around 10 a.m. on September 30th, 1999. The total number of people exposed to radiation due to this critical accident, including deaths, reached 667. While Shinohara was pouring the uranium solution from the bucket into the settling tank, Yakagawa was holding the funnel to ensure that the solution entered the settling tank. However, after pouring the sixth can, Yakagawa took turns with Aoki, and at the moment of pouring the seventh can, the uranium reached a critical state, causing powerful neutron rays and gamma rays to be emitted for a very short period of time. Three workers suffered severe radiation exposure. Aoki and Shinohara eventually died. Yakagawa was seriously injured but survived. He was 35 years old at the time and was an employee at JCO, a nuclear fuel reprocessing company. At the accident site, he was exposed to approximately 18 sieverts of radiation. An accident occurred while pouring highly enriched uranium nitrate into a sedimentation tank through a funnel. Immediately after the radiation exposure, he suffered from vomiting and collapsed. Initially, there was no visible trauma other than red swelling on the arm. When he arrived at the hospital, he appeared mentally calm and bright, so he was called Jolly Mr. Aoki. However, Aoki's chromosomes had already been shattered beyond recognition. Over time, most of his skin peeled off, and his white blood cell count decreased to close to zero. As the intestinal mucosa cells peeled off, intestinal bleeding began, and he had diarrhea of more than 3 liters a day. A skin graft was attempted but failed. He suffered cardiac arrest on November 28, but recovered with CPR. He had extreme symptoms where his muscles were breaking down and falling off his bones. He died in 1999, becoming the first fatal accidental radiation exposure death in Japanese history. His death made headlines not only throughout Japan but also in the world. Oichi was married to his wife Chizuru at the time and had a son attending elementary school. He had a sturdy physique and had a very gentle personality, having played rugby in high school. He was 39 years old at the time of the accident and was exposed to about 10 sieverts of radiation. Immediately after the radiation exposure, his lips looked normal except for yellowing. The mucous membrane of the mouth began to be damaged in mid-October, and on November 10th, the condition worsened, with damage to the back of the head. He received skin grafts on both lower arms on December 20th, which were successful. Although there was less chromosomal damage than Aoki, it was still very serious. He eventually died in 2000. Because he was in another room, far away from the sedimentation tank, he was exposed to about 3 to 4 sieverts of radiation. After hospitalization, his teeth changed abnormally and his white blood cell count dropped to 0, but he recovered and was discharged on December 20th. Immediately after the accident, Yakagawa encouraged his colleagues to evacuate, shouting, "It's critical. Come out." This warning shows that he was aware of the seriousness of the accident. He was the only survivor among the 3 people exposed to radiation in the accident, and later contributed to uncovering the causes and problems through his testimony about the accident. In a 2005 interview, Yakagawa pointed to ignorance as the cause of the accident, emphasizing the lack of safety training and compliance within the company. He revealed that he was not properly aware of the risks involved in handling highly concentrated uranium solutions. Residents living within a 10 kilometers radius were advised not to go out, and traffic was restricted in the surrounding area. This critical accident was a serious accident classified as Level 4 on the International Nuclear Accident Scale.